Saturday night NFL preseason football. I've got two Saturday night games free for you with analysis on both the side and total here in this video. Chiefs, Buccaneers, and then your late night game Saturday on NFL Network, Cowboys, Cardinals. Free plays and analysis for Saturday NFL preseason coming up right here, right now. Hi, this is Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, right back here on WagerTalk TV. And if you're liking these videos, I will keep them coming all football season long. All I'll ask is a quick thumbs up like. And hey, if you're on your mobile device, click the hype button as well. Positive comments below. I read the comments, I reply back. And also click subscribe and click the bell for instant alerts so you never miss out when a free play video is posted here on WagerTalk TV. All right, let's look at the first game we're going to talk about on the nighttime card Saturday, August the 22nd, 7:30 Eastern, Kansas City at Tampa Bay. And Tampa opened as actually a small dog earlier in the week, and now they're a 5.5-point favorite. So as you can expect, there's been some information coming out this week which has made that line move nearly a touchdown, and that's that Tampa Bay does expect to use this as their dress rehearsal game and play their starters. Baker Mayfield will start this game. It's his only scheduled preseason appearance among the three games. They want to use it to sync up his on-field communications with new offensive coordinator Zach Robinson. So I do expect the starters to go for a good majority of the first half here, and that really will be where Tampa has their edge. But even when the backups are in, Jalen Daniels, quarterback out of Kansas, looked really good last week. Connor Bazelak also played well. So the backups also played well in their game last week for Tampa, and they won that game, of course, 24-16 on the road against the Jets. And scoring 24 points or more sets Tampa up in a good offensive momentum situation here in this game, 65% ATS situation. So I do like Tampa minus the 5.5. Yes, it's gotten a little pricey, but for good reason. It looks like they're going to have the better players out there. Now, you could hedge this a little bit with the over because Kansas City might be a little bit better offensive than expected as well. Of course, Patrick Mahomes is not going to play in this game. They're still making sure he stays healthy or gets healthy for the regular season. But Justin Fields is going to be the starter. Obviously, a former NFL starter for the Jets and the Bears, so Fields has plenty of experience. And then here again, the second half will probably be decided by young quarterbacks, but Garrett Nussmeier, plenty of experience. Not experience, but he played well, the rookie out of LSU. But then the fourth stringer on the roster is Chris Oladuka, and if you remember, he actually started a game for the Chiefs last year, so he does have starting experience. You got two guys that have started in the NFL, and then Nussmeier, 7th-round draft pick, who looked good last week. I think there could be some offense in this game, and even though Kansas City on the scoreboard didn't maybe impress last week, they actually moved the ball fairly well in that game that they lost. So I think they might be a little bit better than last week's 20-12 loss to the Rams indicated. They actually gained over 300 yards, had almost 5 yards per play. A little bit of a bounce back spot for the offense this week. So take a look at the over as well here, especially since starters are going to play for Tampa. And we get a very reasonable total at 37 here. Tampa minus 5.5 based on some momentum situations, and also the over 37 here, as I think Kansas City might move the ball better than expected in this game as well. That game is at 7:30 Eastern. All right, your late game is your national TV game at 10 o'clock Eastern Saturday night on NFL Network, Cowboys and Cardinals. Of course, since 2021, we have the new 3-game format in the preseason, but there's always 2 teams every year that get a 4th game because of the Hall of Fame game in Week 0, and that's Arizona this year. They're one of them, Carolina being the other one. So the Cardinals are actually playing their 3rd preseason game in this one, but they're not going to play Jacoby Brissett. They actually used him last week in Week 2. That was more of the dress rehearsal game, I guess you could say, because he is not expected to play this week, despite the fact he is going to be the starting quarterback when the regular season begins. But that's good news, sports fans. That's good news, short fans, because, yeah, you know where I'm going with this. Who wears short shorts? Gardner Minshew wears short shorts. He's going to be playing the entire first half with those short shorts under his NFL pants. Yeah, Minshew's expected to play a good amount of the first half, maybe even into the third quarter, because Carson Beck is probably not going to play again for the second week. He looked really good in the Hall of Fame game, but he's nursing a rib injury, which means it's going to be our man, Minshew, short shorts himself, for over half the game. He's a veteran NFL quarterback. I like him in the rotation. And then Keaton Slovis, the second-year signal caller out of USC and some other schools, who's actually looked pretty good in the preseason this year. He got some experience last year, and he's going to play the majority of the second half once Minshew leaves. Minshew, by the way, last week, after Jacoby Brissett went 5 for 5, Minshew came in and went 14 for 16 with 2 touchdowns and a 132.6 QB rating. No Carson Beck, but hey, no problem. Keaton Slovis was 7 for 9 with a 101 quarterback rating. So the Arizona quarterbacks looked really strong last week. So Minshew and Slovis should look good again this week. And I do like Arizona, who's playing, by the way, their only home preseason game, 4 games, and this is their only home preseason game this year. So should maybe be a little bit of an extra effort for them in this one as well. Hey, Cowboys, Dak Prescott not expected to play. As I mentioned last week when I gave you the Seattle Seahawks video against Dallas, these two teams do have a backup quarterback spot competition going, and that's something that's very underrated sometimes in the preseason. Joe Milton and Sam Howell. Howell started last week, looked good, 8 for 12, 118 rating. Milton was a backup. They expect Milton to probably start this week. It hasn't been announced yet, but they're going to probably flip-flop him this week. Joe Milton, the third, not the second, the third, was 12 for 15 with a 119 rating last week. So both quarterbacks did look good. But what jumps out to me about Dallas last week was how good their defense was. They completely shut down the Seahawks at home. Seattle under McDonald had been a really good offensive team in home preseason games the last few years, but not last week. Seahawks were held to 7 points. They were held to just 156 total yards and only 3 yards per play. Cowboys did move the ball well offensively, 338 yards, 5.4 yards per play, but they ran the ball well. In that game, they had 137 rushing yards, and the Cardinals also actually ran the ball pretty well last week, to say the least, 156 rushing yards. So initially you might say, hey, look, quarterbacks played really well for both teams. You know, the over might be worth a look. Nope. I've actually got a pretty strong preseason system that favors the under 38 in this game, 37.5, 38. And that's when both teams rushed the ball as strong as they did for over 130 yards each. The unders hit almost 80% the last 5 years with this current 3-game preseason format. So a little bit of a contrarian call on the total. I think both running games are going to work well, and Dallas's defense did look really good last week. So I lean Cardinals at pick'em to -1 at home, but I also think the under 37.5, 38 is worth a look in this game as well at 10 o'clock Eastern Saturday night on NFL Network. Hey, there you go. A look at your 2 late games for this 10-card NFL preseason lineup on Saturday, August the 22nd. What are your thoughts on these games? Not just these 2 games. What other games are you looking at on Saturday? Drop them in the comments below. Sides, totals. Include some analysis if you have time. So we, of course, can all learn and earn and win together here on WagerTalk TV. And if you're finding these free play videos useful, all I ask once again is a quick thumbs up like and a positive comment below. And I will keep them coming each and every day this NFL preseason. And, of course, also throughout the regular season, college and pro football free play videos every week. So thumbs up, like, and if you're on your mobile device, click that hype button as well. You'll never miss a free play video, whether it's football or baseball, by clicking subscribe and clicking that bell for an instant alert here on WagerTalk TV. And don't forget to also post a bonus free play every day on my page, Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. It is truly the last cut, just a bit outside from being a personal best bet for my clients. I don't want to waste it. I put it up for free each and every day. So go get that strong free play for Saturday with analysis on my page right now and get there quicker, wt.buzz/SM. And while you're there, check out my strong best bets for this weekend, both Saturday and Sunday. There's NFL preseason, Major League Baseball, college football starts next week, just a week away. It's a great time to be a best bet client, and right now there's some special offers for the month of August. Buy 3 days, get 3 days free. It's a great entry-level product if you want to try me out for a week. Buy 3 days, you get 3 more days included for free. Or you can get a 47% discount off the rest of 2026. That gets every sport. College and pro football, rest of baseball season, first couple months of college and pro hoops, 47% discount. Not a bad deal. But the best deal is the 1-year all access. Instant $811 discount gets it down to $3 a day, about $1 a play, and that gets you the complete college and pro football seasons, the complete college and pro basketball seasons, the rest of this year's baseball through the World Series, over half of next year's baseball. This is a great time to start taking a true consistent investment approach. If you've been thinking about doing it, lock in now because it's a huge discount. It's about $1 a play for the entire 365 straight days of all access, all sports best bets. And right now you get an added bonus, which I've never offered before, access to my weekly Market Call Live. It's an insider access private call for my personal clients only each and every week. We'll take an advanced look at the weekend's college and pro football. And also you'll have proprietary access to my 10,000 game college football simulation for any games you want to ask about. Also an advanced look at my NFL Fade the Public data before it's released in the video a couple days in advance. And also we'll talk contest strategy. Pick 5, survivors, any other contest you might be in. I'm an open book, and it's an insider access call only for my All Sports members, and you get it free when you sign up. It's worth the price of admission. Don't miss out. A fantastic bonus offer, along with getting all my best bets for just $1 a play for the next year. No promo codes needed, whether you want the buy 3, get 3, the rest of the year or the full 365 days, every client gets the same best bets I'm personally using, and it's always been that way since I started 30 years ago in August of 1996 as a full-time sports bettor and professional handicapper. It's always been the same. If I'm using a play, all my clients get it as well. Go get my strong best bets for Saturday right now, Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, and hey, get there quicker with shortcut wt.buzz/SM. Don't forget to follow me on social media as well on X and Instagram at Steve Merril. You know the deal. 2 R's, 1 L, Merril at Steve Merril on X and Instagram. And stay tuned here to Wager Talk TV because you also know there's more free play videos coming up next.